Alright guys, I want to show you how to kind of manicure your text and get rid of some of the vestigial spacing and weirdness that comes in inherently from a Word document. You guys are going to be getting Word documents from people to typeset for potentially the rest of your career. So it's good practice to kind of start stripping them of all these extra spaces, extra returns, things that show up in Word that we don't want. The first thing you got to do in order to do that is to be able to identify them. So the very first thing we're going to do is come up here and turn the hidden characters on. We're going to do that by going to Type, Show Hidden Characters. And now, when we zoom in, you can see that anytime somebody hit, say, Enter, excuse me, it creates a full paragraph returned. This is not how we want to handle spacing in InDesign. There is a much, much better way, right? And that is through paragraph styles. I'll show you that in a minute, but what we want to do for right now is just get rid of some of these instances. The easiest way to do that is through what's known as find and replace. We use that. This is not the same as find font. Find font is font specific. What we're looking for is accessed through edit, find and change. You'll notice the short cut is Command F, which is an easy way to access it. So we get this dialog box. A lot of times it'll default to text. This can be really helpful if we want to find all instances of cultures of design, for instance. We can click Find Next, and it will find those instances. There's only one apparently, but at any rate, you can type in whatever you want. All instances of the word "and." Obviously, there would be quite a few. It'll work its way through the document. You could conceivably change that to something like all ands to and then, and it would do that. We'll change it, and you can see it adds it right then and there. That's not what we want to do right now. We want to look for something that's a little more abstract. We want to look for all instances where somebody did a double space, for instance, and we want to change it to a single return. So what we're going to do is go find next. Here it is. I'm going to hit change, and it's going to change this to a single return. I'm going to put my cursor in up here so we don't neglect. It'll do everything after. So I'm going to go find next. Here it is in triplicate. I'm going to click change. Now you may be asking yourself, how do I know what the grep command is for a double space? It's a bit bizarre, and at this point my best solution to you is to Google it. I will type out on the blog, as I did in this instance, what to type in to get the desired result. But honestly, a lot of times your best bet is going to Google it. I did a Google for InDesign grep commands. I'll post this to the blog, but this will give you any white space, for instance, \s, which is actually what we're using here, and then there's a modifier, any double instance or more, which is what that blank space is signifying. Again, this seems like very, very challenging and difficult. Really, it's a lot of copying and pasting. And you'll learn the most common ones in terms of what you're searching for. Wildcards, for instance, any digits, for instance. You'll start to pick those up as you use this more and more. The one we're using right now is any double spaces, and I'm going to try and do you guys a solid when we have those instances and put them on a blog. Just know that there's more, and that you'll be able to find them easiest by Googling and searching for kind of shortcut command sheets. So you'll notice that just like our find and change the text, we can click change all. But Before I do that, I always do a couple of tests and make sure that it does what I want. We'll click change all, and it will change all 41 instances. However, you can see where that could be troublesome if it behaves in a way I don't expect it to or don't want it to, which is why I always do the first two manually or so, just to see what we get. That's it. We'll talk about adding master page elements like running headers and automatically changing page numbers in the next video.